Hello, welcome back to a very special video this evening with very special guest, well, one special guest, John Anderson, and, and TK. And we have got a beer, an American beer from, what is it called? Drecker Brew Company.
Yep.
Where are they based?
Is it North Dakota or South Dakota? North Dakota, I
Oh,
think.
North Dakota.
Fargo,
Right, yeah.
Fargo.
Yeah.
Fargo, North Dakota.
Yeah.
My favorite film, one of my favorite films, and it's called Smile. It's a birthday,
Yeah, I can't do that.
and it's a mango orange sour, and the ABV, which is printed on the base of the can, first time ever I've ever seen that, and it's 7% ABV. So, guys, have you had this before?
I have had different parties before, but not this flavor.
Oh, right. I see it's earlier. This is a series.
I think possibly my 50th beer review, or maybe my 100th, right around there, was one of these.
Oh, right.
Drecker basically just, I mean, I don't say exclusively, but mostly seems to be sour beers.
Right.
So
Yeah.
they'll do like 8 billion different fruit combinations. And
Yeah.
to be honest, I think them in the US, them and what's one from Indiana? Is it 450 North or 50 North? What's it called? Is it
450.
450? Those two are kind of like, I don't dare I say the kings of sour beers
Yeah.
or fruited sours, but
Yeah.
they seem to be the two that do it most. So they do a lot of like variations on the same thing, which is why when you said you had this, I was hoping to God it was the right one for me.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah. So this is
They are
the
good at sours, but they're
mango
not the
orange.
kings.
Yeah. Yeah. Right then. So you've never had this one. Let's crack it open. Well, you know what? Did we have to shake the weight? I don't know.
I'd roll it.
Watch this all spill everywhere now, and I'm on my computer tonight.
Well,
So
I'm
I
in
had
I'm in a hotel room from 1987, and I better
right,
hope that I
right.
don't
Is that
get this everywhere.
Hotel California.
Yeah, I have to pay extra for HBO, and it's in on a color TV.
But if you unplug it real quick and plug it back in, it'll be
We don't
unscrambled
have
for 2
those
minutes.
yet. Those color TVs. I'll
At
leave
least you're in a better room than I am.
That feels thick coming out the can, man.
It
Maybe
looks
I'm wrong.
gloopy. It
I
looks
bet it does.
beautiful, doesn't it?
That looks like I don't want to put too close. I have my damn laptop here. I'm
Oh,
gonna
and it's
spill it. That beautiful Leinenkugel's glass.
and it is fruity as well.
I use the jam jar.
Did you? It's probably
Yeah,
the
it
smoother
looks
move.
pink. It looks like pink grapefruit.
To me, this
That
looks
looks
like
like
orange
orange.
juice with all the pulp.
Oh, that smells lovely.
Smells good.
Orange. You're not a big fan of mango either, are you, Tiki?
I'm not. I do love orange and peach and all the other things. Mango just tends to be too sweet for me.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to sound weird, but it looks watery but thick, like almost.
Yeah.
That-
I think when you feel it pour,
fruity.
you feel like a little bit of something. Maybe it's just the fruit bits in it that make it
Like,
feel
you know,
viscous.
Don, have you ever seen that frozen orange juice you get in a can? You're supposed to add water to,
Concentrate.
like concentrate, frozen concentrate.
Yeah. Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of like frozen concentrate before it's mixed up properly because it did
Yeah.
look thick, but it kind of looks watery at the same time.
Yeah. Is this beer with mango and orange added? I don't know. I've not read the can.
It just says mango orange
says-
sour.
It says mango, orange, and orange slush mix.
All right,
Contains
and
a
then
significant
they've
amount of
they've
fruit.
added- they've added
Please
stuff.
click cold. Separation is normal. Give can a gentle roll.
All right, so that looks okay. It's mixed up.
Yeah, if you look up, does yours say gimmicks up there on the side? If you roll around where the two, basically where the
Yes.
seam is on the labels, right?
Yes.
Gimmicks, mango, orange slush mix.
Oh yeah.
So,
yeah.
so obviously they must have took, like the slushy machine people make margaritas or something out of. It's probably that kind of powder-based mix or whatever they put in them. I don't know if it's powder or liquid mixed
Well,
with
it
the.
smells okay. It doesn't smell artificial. Let's hope it tastes okay. Cheers, my dears. Cheers, folks.
Let's go in.
Happy New Year. Is that too soon? Happy Easter. That's too late. Just drink it. That's an odd taste, isn't it? Oh, you know what I'm getting? Like caramel develops.
Is it the caramel on the back end, Don? Like after you drink
Yeah.
it, you get like a caramel taste. It is kind of
Yeah.
weird, isn't it?
Like a sweet caramel type, like some kind of sweetie. What do you call it? A candy.
I think you get the mango and the orange right up front, and I think it's probably more mango than orange in my opinion. Maybe just because I'm not a huge fan of mango and I'm picking that
Yeah.
out more. But I think I get that. The body is a bit weird too. It's almost like Anderson said. It's almost like skinny fat. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not really heavy, but it kind of is, but is also kind of light simultaneously. And I don't know how the hell that works.
Yeah, it's like mouth coating, but the body's funny, isn't it?
Yeah, it's weird.
You know, as I'm sitting here, after a little bit, like there's this lingering citrus that kind of almost builds afterwards.
Yeah.
I
Like
think
you take a drink and you let it sit a minute, like swallow, and you talk for a minute. All of a sudden, there's like this weird lingering citrus
Yeah.
that like
Yeah.
appears in your mouth.
Yeah.
I think
and
that's what we
it.
initially thought was like that caramelly taste, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken.
The fruit has developed a wee bit, but it's a very odd tasting beer.
I like it though. I like it. I just don't know. It's just odd. It's hard to place.
Yeah. It's better than the one I've just had, that Mountain Brew from Vault City. That was like-
Oh shit! I just poured the wrong beer into it. Good lord. I had the pregame beer here. I just poured the last of this Pilsen instead of the rest of
The
this.
whole thing. I wonder if there's bits in there at the bottom that I could maybe get. It looks really.
That's amazing.
Have you poured the whole thing? There you have.
Yeah. There's nothing left in mine though. I don't feel any. Sometimes you feel like a little bit of whatever you call it, like the concentrate in the bottom. But I think I got it out.
Terrible. It smells a bit juicier.
Let me ask you this, Don. Do you think these are beers, man?
It's a beer base, but I drink a lot of sours and fruited sours.
I like them too.
And I think they are beers because it's a base beer with added stuff. But a lot of people don't think they're beers. They're not like, like if you get a Flanders Red Ale or an Oud Brown or something like that, which is a proper sour beer. It's not like that.
This is just
That's
tart,
what
I
we
think.
call
This is
the
fruit tart.
modern sours or modern fruited sours.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they are beers technically.
Do you think
Well,
this is sour though? I don't think it's sour. I think it's just like kind of tart.
They're
Like
very
fruit
slight
tart.
tartness.
Yeah, but I think a lot of these things are called sours because they use a sour base. Like the base
Yeah.
beer is a sour beer,
That's right. Yeah.
and then they add whatever to it. So
Yeah.
it was brewed as a sour.
But
Yeah.
but let me ask you this: if you,
And it may have been sour if you drank the base beer, but because of the added sweet fruits like citrus, mango,
Yeah.
it's brought up that sourness into a sweet level.
Yeah.
But it technically was a sour beer base.
right,
Yeah.
but that's like saying I made you some soup, and if I piss in it enough, at what point does it become not soup and it becomes piss? Do you know what I'm saying? Like at what point does it jump the shark? I think the minute you pee in it, it's no longer soup.
Yeah.
No, I think that's a bad comparison.
Why?
If you said
Yeah.
I made you soup and you made chili, you could kind of make that comparison.
Yeah.
So what point does soup become chili?
But here's my point, right? Like one of them is very distinctive, one isn't, right? Like to me, a sour needs to be sour. I like this beer. Don't get me wrong. I like the taste of this. I think it's got like a nice, I think orangey, mangoey, kind of citrusy, nice fruit taste. You get a little bit of the natural kind of tartness you get with a fruit, but this isn't a sour to me because it's not a sour beer, bruv.
Yeah.
Like sour is a taste of when I get like say you took a sour, what do you got to add to it? And how much do you have to add before it changes it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I must admit I'm not a fan of this at all.
Really, I like it. I just don't think it's a sour.
Yeah. I'm not. I wouldn't recommend this. I wouldn't. try it again.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Why? Because it's not sour enough? I mean, that's what I'm asking.
No,
Like,
because it tastes artificial.
okay.
Tastes like,
I do get that because there is some like almost artificial vanilla in there.
Yeah.
I think
I almost
I think
wonder
that's what that flavor is. It's almost like that artificial vanilla, like you get like you would get with peach rings or something. Like
that might
candy
be what
vanilla.
that might be what I might, maybe that's what's throwing me off on the caramel bit. Maybe it is the citrus and that artificial vanilla somehow combining.
Yeah, it tastes like,
it tastes similar.
like candy. It tastes like.
Yes. See, I don't get any of that caramel you guys are talking about, but it tastes very like artificial candy kind of vanilla flavor mixed with the citrus and mango.
No, I don't think it's a good beer. It's no. What I would class as a good beer. Of course, I drink a lot of sours from Vault City, who excel at that. You know, that's because that's all they do. They only make sour beers.
I mean, that's that's. Have you ever had a normal beer from these guys, Anderson? I think everything I've had from them is a fruited sour.
Yes, but it was years ago.
But, let's see to do. I've got another one from Drecker.
I mean, when I first found out about Drecker, it was in Denver, and I think I was getting stouts and other things like that from them.
Oh, right, yeah.
But that was probably 10, 15 years ago.
I will say, these guys have pretty good distribution, for sure, for being Dakota.
A New England IPA for them called Pizza Toots. So I think that might be a bit better than this one. Let's see what this one says.
This beer is very sweet. Like, if you wanted to get diabetes, you could drink a lot of these and
I think
you get that sugar.
I just Wilford Brimley'd out on this one.
Yeah. Smile, It's a Party is loaded to the brim with mangoes, oranges, and a hefty splash of orange slushy. Maybe that's the false thing, is the candy thing. It's a super refreshing blast of sweet juiciness, and of course it's hella tasty. A party on the taste buds. Well, I've never had a slushy before, so I wouldn't know what that tastes like.
It's just like a Slurpee or something.
Yeah, slushy Slurpees are very syrupy and fake.
Yeah, I've never had any.
You know, you get from a gas station, it's just like a frozen margarita kind of thing, minus the alcohol.
Yeah, I
basically.
don't think we have that here. I don't.
He's never been to a gas station. They don't have gas stations over there.
They only have
Well,
petrol
gas
stations.
Well, we call them petrol stations, but garage. But we don't have things like frozen.
And they pay 7 pennies per hectoliter.
No, and a farthing for a bushel. A bushel of gasoline. Petrol.
So what do you think? You don't like it, then? You're not a fan?
No, I'm not. That's two bad beers I've had tonight.
See, I will say this: I like this.
Very rare.
I don't mind the flavor of it. I don't find it offensive. It's just not something I'd want to drink more than one of. And I feel that about.
Yeah.
I hate to say most of the Drecker beers. I like them, but they tend to be more on the sweet side for me. Yeah. Like Anderson mentioned with the Wilford Brimley comment, right? Like I think these tend to be sweeter, so it's not something I'd want a bunch of them. Also, once you get too much of them fruit things, I don't know about you, but it tends to get my stomach going a bit, and the next day, not pleasant.
Oh, right, yeah. Normally, I can't drink more than one sour anyway. That's a one-off thing. But I'm
drink
very
a few here and there.
struggling with this one, I think. I will. I will drink.
I enjoy this one too, but you're right. I wouldn't want to drink more than two of them. Yeah. I think by the time I got halfway through the second one, I'd be a little tired of it.
Oh,
but it doesn't affect my stomach like it does TK. I mean, he gets sick off of a hot cocoa packet.
Listen, that's messed up.
No,
Don,
Don,
I got food poison last night. You know those Keurig machines, the coffee machines?
Yeah.
My wife has one, so I bought some like hot cocoa pods because I don't drink coffee.
Yeah. I've got a Tassimo machine that I use every day.
I bought some hot cocoa pods from Aldi, and I put it in there. And last night it didn't pour properly, and it felt like watery, and I thought, I'll just drink it, whatever. And then it just destroyed me. I don't know if it was a bad pod, but it made me kind of sick. So
maybe it's the water. The Ohio fracking water or something.
We only got water here. We don't even have water.
I think it's because he hadn't drank in 3 days. His body didn't know what to do.
My body said, "What is this?" No, I haven't had a beer in 3 days. My body might be revolting and said, "What is this crap, TJ?"
Well, my body's always revolting. And when I look at myself in the mirror, that's, oh my God, that's revolting.
So Don gives a thumbs down. I give it a thumbs up. Yeti, you thumbs up on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd give it a horns up.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot.
Actually, no, it's just a single thumbs down.
A single?
Single thumbs down.
I will say this, Don. I've had a bunch of their sours. These are very expensive here in the U.S., to be honest. These are
it was expensive.
some of the more expensive beers you can get.
I do have to say, the more I think about it, seeing it has the orange slushy mix, this is pretty reminiscent of like a slushy, a Slurpee, an icy, snow cone kind of, whatever you want to call that, whatever your region is. It is kind of very reminiscent to that sugary, icy kind of orange flavor. So I think, at least knowing that they have the orange slushy mix, they've kind of hit the mark on that kind of flavor.
Yeah.
You know, the word that sums it up for me is sickly.
Sickly? Oh, really?
Sickly
Okay.
sweet. It's like
cloying.
Normally, because I don't go for like juice or sodas, and pop. I don't drink those. So it's not like that, but it's sort of a reminiscent of that sickly sweetness, that artificial sweetness.
That makes sense because that's what slushies are. I mean, they're just artificial, super sweet.
Yeah, so it's not something
brightly colored, sweet colored things with ice.
It's like frozen orange soda, essentially. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So it's no in my sort of a wheelhouse.
Fair enough.
So I mean, but as you found it okay, so that's great. But
but Americans put sugar in everything.
yeah, maybe it's just too sweet for my palate. I don't know. I do like malty sweetness in beer. Like
that's different, though. That's different. I mean, that's like if you get nice malty sweetness, it's different from this. This is like a big fruit sweetness. I think it is very different. I agree.
Right.
Now, I will say this: if this was strawberry, it would put me off immediately because it would be overpowering. So I think it depends on how you feel about kind of like mango or orange, or those like really strong.
Oh, well, I love any fruit basically. So.
Well, I could tell. I mean, you're a healthy motherfucker there. Oh, in person. Let me rephrase it. Sorry.
No, I weighed myself on Saturday because I was feeling a bit. I thought I'd put a bit of weight on. I was.
So how would you compare this beer to Fanta?
Fanta,
like the proper European Fanta, not the American.
Years, no, Fanta,
much thicker.
That tastes like orange. Fanta.
I love Fanta.
But the flavor
doesn't really taste like that. This tastes artificial.
I think this tastes more mango than orange, honestly.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Slightly.
It's a little more mango.
It would be like more.
Yeah, slightly more mango.
That sweetness of the mango is quite sickly.
Now, the one thing I'll say again, I mean, they do 1 billion of these variants with 1 billion different flavors, like different fruit combinations. Yeah. So, it'd be interesting to see maybe this one's a little too sweet or a little too much. Now, I suspect most of them are probably on the sweeter as opposed to sour side, but mango's a pretty damn, cloyingly sweet fruit.
Yeah, I love mango. I never put anything artificial in my body.
No, that's a weed vape. He's okay. Don't worry.
Yeah, I'm a bit of health freak. So
yes, all three of us are the epitomes of health.
That's right. Yeah, we could be models. I don't know.
Listen, this counts as 2 of my fruits per day, doesn't it? I mean, I think this counts.
Yeah, 5 a day here. 5 a day. So.
That's 2 of them. Don, I heard. What is the current recommendations, alcohol recommendations? Isn't a pint more than 1 unit or something in England and the UK now?
7 units a week or something like that. So,
brother, that's a good afternoon.
That might be 2 units or something. Just 3 beers a week or something. Although lately, that's all I've been drinking. I've not been drinking much at all. That's why I've got 78 beers or something waiting.
Oh, I thought that's why you had that girlishly good-looking figure now, Don. You cut out a few beers, you get it all.
That's what's called the special effects on the camera. I'm actually 43 stone. That's £300.
Oh, shit, I am too then. We got to see this now.
I was 20 stone 11, which is...
I'm looking up the calculator.
£291.
Oh, shit.
£291.
When now?
American pounds or European pounds?
What's the exchange rate?
Martian pounds.
I got you beat then, Don. I got you beat.
I think how much do you weigh in silver?
Yeah.
Kelvin. We're using the Kelvin scale.
I want to know troy ounces.
Well, if I submerge myself in a bath, it overflows. So it's like that's a eureka moment. The displacement of the water.
Well, the problem is, Don, when you fill it up and it looks like there's only this much water, and then when you get in, it does that.
That's right. Yeah, it overflows. Yeah. So I've been on a health kick this week.
Good for you, my brother. Good for you. I am too. I didn't have beer for 3 days. It's a long time.
Yeah. So I've had I've had 2 beers tonight. It's very unusual for me not to like a beer because I usually like everything. So that Mountain Brew, maybe that's put me off with this. I don't know. And I poured some of it into my lager, which isn't very nice in the first place, and it's made it worse.
Well, I've been on a bender for the last...
What rubber?
Since you got off tour?
So...
Yes.
So, we've got a second beer. Are we going to do a different recording for that, or are we just going to continue
Do you want to just do the one and cut it in half and edit it? It's up to you.
Or
You're the editor. What's ever easier?
Yeah, we could do a second one. That way I get...
That's easier for you for editing.
I get 2 videos out of it rather than one.